Seems like the lawyers at SM Entertainment haven't had a moment's peace over the years, as the company has been embroiled in numerous legal disputes with its idols, with nearly 80 artists having left the agency citing various issues including overwork, mistreatment, unfair payment, unreasonably lengthy contracts, and even physical harm. These lawsuits have exposed concerns about the company's contracts, which some have called restrictive or even exploitative. Let's delve deeper into these lawsuits and explore some of the reasons why idols have chosen to take legal action against SM Entertainment. But first, let's have a look at all the artists who have left the company. Their reasons for leaving may vary, but there is definitely something shady about SM as a company. Artists who left SM Entertainment. SM Entertainment has been a breeding ground for K-pop talents for decades. However, not all artists stay with the agency for their entire careers. Here's a look at some notable artists who left SM to pursue opportunities elsewhere. The departure started with HOT members and continued with SES, MILK, Shinhwa, Jung, Fly to the Sky, Suga, Shinvi, Hongjin-young, and TRAX, leaving the entertainment company in its early years. Then came the era of legal battles, starting with JYG, Super Junior Honggang, and Kim Boom, EXO Kris, Luhan, Tao, and Lay, SNSD Jessica, Tiffany, Soo-young, and Sohyun, and CSJH The Grace. And as for the more recent departures, there is Gohara, FX member Super Junior Donghae, Onyo, Kyuhyun, Sunny from SNSD, EXO-DO, EXO-CBX, and SHINee's Onyo and Thymin. JYG versus SM. In 2009, when K-pop was riding the Hallyu wave, TVXQ reigned supreme. Their hit Myrotic dominated the charts, and their international fanbase grew steadily. However, a storm was brewing within the group. In a shocking move, three members Kim Jaejoong, Park Yoochun, and Kim Junsu, aka JYJ, sued SM Entertainment and contested their 13-year contracts, claiming unfair limitation on activities and profit distribution. This legal battle sparked a national conversation about artists' rights and treatments within the K-pop industry. JYG went ahead and argued that the lengthy contracts were exploitative and the financial penalties for early termination were excessive as well. Public support surged for JYJ as fans rallied behind their fight for fairer treatment. The legal battle finally settled in 2012 with JYJ's contracts nullified and SM agreeing to cease interference. Despite the victory, JYJ had to face an industry-wide blacklist allegedly orchestrated by SM. However, the JYJ case led to Korea's Fair Trade Commission limiting entertainment contracts to 7 years in 2010, and further restrictions followed in 2017, protecting artists from financial penalties and unfair contract renewals. This case paved the way for a more balanced artist-agency dynamic in K-pop. Honggang versus SM. Just 5 months after JYJ's lawsuit, history repeated itself, but this time with a non-Korean artist. In December 2009, Honggang, Super Junior's only Chinese member, sued SM Entertainment. Honggang cited the same reasons as JYJ about unfair contract terms. He also revealed concerning working conditions, alleging that SM denied him any days off for over 2 years, leading to health issues like gastritis and kidney disease. This lawsuit concluded a year later in December 2010 with a court ruling in Honggang's favor. While SM initially planned to appeal, a settlement was reached in September 2011. Honggang ended up leaving Super Junior and embarking on a successful solo career in China. EXO Chinese members versus SM. EXO has a history of fighting for fairer contracts. It debuted in 2012 and was riding a wave of success. Fast forward to 2014, and following in the footsteps of JYJ and Honggang, Chinese members of EXO, Kris, Luhan, and Tao, filed their lawsuits against SM one by one. They echoed similar grievances: excessively long contracts, unequal profit sharing, and a lack of opportunities in China. Kris and Luhan specifically pointed to alleged discrimination, claiming SM favored the Korean subunit EXO-K. These lawsuits brought the spotlight back on the treatment of foreign idols. The grueling schedules and demanding workload also came under scrutiny when Tao cited health issues as a result of all the pressure. Kris and Luhan settled with SM in 2016 but remained under contract until 2022, effectively barring them from promoting as EXO members. Tao's legal battle stretched on for years with victories in China but losses in Korea. Despite these challenges, all three members embarked on successful solo careers in China. Newmin Woo versus SM. Newmin Woo rose to prominence with the EDM group TRAX, and he also faced challenges related to his contract with SM Entertainment. He joined SM in 2000, debuted with TRAX in 2004, and eventually left in 2009. However, his departure wasn't a smooth one. In 2015, Newmin Woo sued SM, alleging the agency made him sign an unfair 17-year contract and actively sabotaged his career after he departed from TRAX. He sought compensation of around $76,200 for the damages incurred, while the court ultimately ruled in SM's favor in 2016, citing insufficient evidence on Newmin Woo's part. It did declare the 17-year contract invalid. This case was unsuccessful for Newmin Woo, but it did highlight the issue of excessively long and potentially exploitative contracts. While SM won the lawsuit, the court's ruling on the contract's validity served as a partial victory, chipping away at the common practice of slave contracts in K-pop. Jung versus SM. In September 2014, a rift occurred within Girls' Generation, and Jung announced her departure on Weibo, citing a lack of justification from SM Entertainment. When the details later emerged, it was revealed that there was a conflict between Jessica's fashion line Blank and Eclair with her idol commitments. Both Girls' Generation and SM were supportive in the beginning, but later they allegedly pressured Jessica to choose between the two. SM's official narrative painted a different picture. Jessica was already planning to leave the group after one more album, and her focus on the fashion line caused problems. The conflict led to a contract termination in August 2015. In her 2020 novel Shine, Jessica threw shade at SM by featuring a protagonist whose agency used deceptive contracts to exert control. In interviews, Jessica actually confirmed drawing inspiration from her own life as an idol. EXO-CBX versus SM Entertainment. However, EXO's struggle don't end here. EXO-CBX, the submit of EXO known for hits like Blooming Day and Hey Mama, has also been entangled in a complex legal battle with SM Entertainment since 2022. This dispute also centers around contract terms and financial transparency. In June 2023, tensions first arose when members Baekhyun, Xiumin, and Chen requested their contract to be terminated and cited unfair terms, concerns about a potentially exploitative 17-year contract, and a lack of transparency in financial settlements. SM obviously denied these claims, stating the members had willingly renewed their contracts. Public disputes ensued, and the two parties reached a seemingly temporary resolution and announced in a joint statement that the members would remain under SM with revised contracts. However, the issue resurfaced in 2024, highlighting the unresolved conflict. SM filed a lawsuit against EXO-CBX, accusing them of evading royalty fees. On the other hand, EXO-CBX planned to counter-sue and report SM to the Fair Trade Commission, alleging unfair practices. At this time, the latest update is that EXO-CBX has sued the CEO of SM Entertainment for fraud, and there are mixed reactions about this. Many artists quote that SM Entertainment's slave contracts are the main reason for leaving the company. These unfair agreements bind artists to SM for years, limiting their creative control and financial compensation. Also, SM's legal battle with its own artists have led to its failure to promote them properly. In a competitive industry, growth is key, yet SM often falls short. It is about time they change their exploitative ways, or they might end up losing all their artists. And that's not all. There's yet another reason. SM's internal issues like public miscommunication, such as the NCT Dream modeling debacle, where they claimed ignorance of a pre-order event, highlight a lack of organization and transparency within the company. Adding to discontent is a tax evasion scandal involving SM's former CEO Lee Xiumin, who was accused of embezzling funds through a complex network of shell companies. The scandal further tarnished SM's reputation. With such controversy swirling around them, it's no wonder artists are seeking stability and more ethical work environment elsewhere. And it looks like the glory days of one of the big three are gone. Let us know in the comments what you think about these exploitative slave contracts. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to NOONA-K for more K-pop related news.